Hello and welcome. This is Ben Adamson here, Systems Engineer at Veeam Software. With the exciting release of version 6.5 of our backup and replication software, I just wanted to quickly take the opportunity to run you through the What's New document, maybe touch on a few of the things which aren't the really major features, but some of the small nice things that have been added in, which our partners and existing customers will be waiting to see. We're sort of really concentrating on that message that we're very, very powerful, easy to use and affordable in terms of meeting all of those day-to-day needs of systems administrators and helping our partners come into environments and really recognize where Veeam can have strength, but also obviously finessing the product as we go. So we had a lot of improvement in version 6, then to 6.1, now 6.5. We've really added some really powerful features and made some really nice enhancements as well in terms of what the product can do and how it operates. So let's have a look through the document together and just try and understand some of those new features and maybe touch on some of the enhancements as well. So Exchange functionality is greatly enhanced. So the ability to do restores very quickly from backup and to browse that data store in sort of like a My Computer window type way and to bring segments of that out very quickly is really greatly enhanced. So really being able to address those restores very promptly, maybe by the service desk on the phone, not even having to sort of log a ticket and come back to it later, really collapsing down those RTOs, or those restore time objectives. E-discovery and item recovery. So e-discovery, we've got some really advanced searching capabilities as well in there. So being able to look at the data store at a point in time, understand what emails were in there and to draw them out based on a bunch of different search criteria. So really powerful. New SAN snapshot functionality. So at the moment we're talking about the Hewlett-Packard left-hand and VSA appliance, being able to use the very tight sort of RPOs on the SAN side for the backups, but then being able to leverage Veeam on the restore side to get really great RTOs and really great user experience for the admin who's needing to do those restores. So being able to rely on that hardware functionality, being able to work a little bit differently than we usually would in terms of getting perhaps a whole run at the same time, but then being able to use our same processes that we do for the VMware and Hyper-V hosts that we have managed within Veeam, but adding that third segment, adding the SAN segment. So that's really cool. That will be really useful, obviously, for anybody who's got those storage solutions in or looking to make it part of a new solution that's going in. vSphere 5.1 support, Windows Server 2012 support. A few people have been waiting for projects to kick off based on the support there. So that should allow everyone to sort of take the brakes off on those ones. Advanced monitoring, reporting, and capacity planning. So talking about in Veeam Management Suite, where we've got Veeam 1 6.5 as well. Veeam 1 6.5 now has a report pack which looks directly at backup and replication. So understanding what's going on there, what the constraints are in terms of if we've got issues with repositories that are filling up, or looking at the proxies and things like that, making that more of a product stack so the products work together a little bit more integrated. Really, really interesting for people who are out there just trying to tune their infrastructures and have that architecture work really nicely. So we'll cruise down through some of these additional enhancements, given that the big three really are Exchange, the SAN support, and the advanced monitoring capabilities. You can see here, we've got sort of some stuff around network packet loss and traffic verification, which is something I know some of my partners have been hanging out for. So where you've got maybe networks which have some issues across the WAN with packet loss, or have some misbehaving links that can, be a little bit more tolerant of that. That's really great. Got some performance improvements in various aspects as well. Job scheduling is a really good one. So being able to see that we've got now chained execution, being able to be a bit more specific about how we want the scheduling to work without going to the PowerShell mechanism, which is really great. And you can see there as well, just up a little bit, the configuration management. So being able to automatically back up that configuration of your Veeam server, being able to back that up to a repository. So that can, again, if you lose your Veeam infrastructure, you lose your Veeam server, you've got that capability to very quickly get back into production and get everything back up and running. Some application awareness improvements. So mainly around those VSS freeze timeouts, which is great because we see sometimes if a application's taking a very long time to freeze and become quiesced, it can cause some issues in the job. So got a little bit of additional tolerance around that. Some direct file level restore stuff. Pretty interesting stuff in terms of if you don't have a network connection between where you've got the file stored and where you've got the destination. We're doing that via the hypervisor, so you don't necessarily have to have that logical IP connectivity, which is really cool. Backup statistics, so getting that data reduction, deduplication information, getting all of the backup server version, all of that stuff, making sure that the reporting's a little bit easier in terms of understanding what's going on from Enterprise Manager. So sort of just finessing the product again, getting some minor enhancements in there. On the VMware side, you can see here we've got some good stuff in terms of being able to do as I say, that direct file restore. So we're not having to have that network connection, which is in some scenarios going to make things a little bit easier. Internet access out from the virtual lab too as well, with not just the default port configuration, which is good. So a little bit more flexibility there as well. Instant VM restore, we've had that obviously in 6.1, but now we've got that ability to do it with some of the disks excluded, which is really nice. So you can see there we've got a bunch of things that we can potentially drill into, but on day one, just wanted to give you a really quick overview. I hope that's useful. Please feel free to send on any questions. I'd love to sort of get your feedback and also answer any queries that you might have. In the coming week, we'll make sure that we're sort of bringing you some really interesting demos and making sure that you can really see the value of 6.5. But I think too, there's just that ability now for people who are waiting for the VMware 5.1 and Windows 2012 support, can really just go ahead now, get the product in there, definitely start to really leverage that exchange restore functionality straight away. And for people who have the HP kit that they need, we do have a deployment guide for that available, which is really handy. I'll put a link to that. Yeah, really excited for you guys to have a play, and let me know how you go. Thanks very much. Talk to you soon.